What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today I want to do a little something different. I do want to talk about TSNP, but obviously, I started this journey and posting videos on YouTube for myself personally, for basically for data reasons, so I could evaluate the things that I'm seeing in the market. I collect numerical data on spreadsheets, but then I also wanted to make videos specifically for myself in the beginning. But I thought, man, if I'm going to post these or if I'm going to make videos, I might as well post them on YouTube because it could potentially bring value to anybody else. And now that I'm starting to see a good growth within this channel and within this community within this last month, with all the subscribers and everybody getting involved in the comments, it is very much appreciated, so much that I kind of wanted to talk a little bit different. I want to talk a little bit about psychology and, what I think about risk on TSNP. But before I do that, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything that I find interesting in the stock market. And I like to share that with anybody who's willing to listen. So that being said, man, I made a video the other day about an article that I found that came out on Christmas Eve, and they, pointed out a lot of bullish sentiment in there. As the more and more research I was doing, I was on Microcap Daily. This article also came out recently on December 20th. And if you read this, it is again some more bullish sentiment, which, like I said, I've done enough research in a lot of these videos, and you can go watch those videos. There's plenty of them on my channel. And I'm really bullish with the sentiment, and I am a believer in this company for the long term, as far as the process, as far as what they're trying to accomplish, their mission, the people involved, the technology that's in there. I mean, a lot of it, or a lot of really great flags for potential growth in the near future. But I also wanted to talk on the fact that because now that I'm starting to build this following, and I do this for myself, but I also do this for you guys, that I want to bring value and the understanding of the psychological part of this when it comes to risk management, because there's a few comments that I've read. And, if you're feeling nervous or anxious or, oh man, I don't, it's swinging. From my opinion, you probably have too much money in this. Again, this is a penny stock. It is very speculative. The reality of it is, in the OTC markets, in the penny stock arena, there is like a 99% chance that the companies wind up going to shit. But for TSNP in particular, it is a brand new company because it's no longer necessarily TSNP. It is now Humbl. So the company we're evaluating is Humbl. We're not evaluating TSNP. We're evaluating Humbl. And so Humbl is still in the beginning stages of its growth. And everything that I've researched, again, you can look through those videos on my channel. Everything I've researched tells me that this has great potential, okay? But just because it's telling me it has great potential, there's always risk, there's always a risk factor involved in anything you get involved with. So, out of my portfolio in the top 3 stocks that I'm involved in at this moment, TSNP is that speculative stock where it makes up not even a third of my portfolio, okay? So understand that at this point, I want to say it's about 18% of my actual portfolio as far as my net and my capital that I have involved in here. So, just for you guys in particular that may not necessarily have a good grasp on risk management or understanding the psychology behind what's actually going on here, because I do have a lot of bullish sentiment, and then, I read every single comment. I try to respond to every single one of you, and I appreciate all perspectives from the bullish and bearish side. And so, there have been some good points that have been brought up in the comments, on the bearish side. I don't necessarily believe this is a pump and dump. Like I said, it's still in the beginning stages. So there is still room for a lot of growth. This thing, like I said in the previous video, it has the potential to be up there with PayPal, but it also has the potential to crap out and go back to zero. But again, it's still way too early to even believe the fact that this thing is a piece of shit company and it's going to go to zero. It's just way too early for that, which is why I am so bullish on it, because all the pieces of the puzzle are leading to that this can grow exponentially in the near future. Can it eventually crap out at some point and go back to zero? Yes. But for the near future and just the whole bullish sentiment surrounding this stock, and the fact that we are in this innovative technology driven society as of right now, and especially with investors, retail investors, traders, we know it's hot. If you are in the market, you know it's hot right now. What's hot right now is technology. So everyone's looking for that next big slice of the pie. Everybody wants to get involved in that next big thing. So that could cause this move to move exponentially and grow. But fair warning, if you're holding a lot of shares, which is why the reason why I talk about, and I try to bring it up in every video about the risk and about it being speculative, because there's always that potential, guys. I mean, yes, I'm bullish on here. Yes, I'm in this for the long run. But me personally, I'm not all in. Like I said, I'm probably have about 18% of my portfolio, which is actually still a lot for me. But for me, the risk tolerance of that is fine because I'm having great growth in other areas in my portfolio. So the risk reward is very minimal for the direction I'm heading in now. So I just want to bring that to your guys' attention, because some of the comments that I read, I feel like a lot of you are extremely bullish, which you have every right to be, and I'm also bullish. But a few of the comments I read, it feels like some of you may be in a little too much. As far as capital goes, because of, it's almost like I could feel your anxiety sometimes when I'm reading certain comments, where it's like, you might just have a little too much. So I would suggest, find your comfort level. Okay. So whatever risk tolerance you have, we are all different. All of us have a different mindset. All of us have a different perspective on risk management and what we're comfortable with. So for me in particularly, the amount of shares that I hold in this company is risk tolerable for me. So I put a dollar amount in this company that I already had comfortable and said, if I lose all this money, it is completely comfortable for me because it's not taking a big hit, in my account and on my net. It's not a big hit for me personally. So that's the money that I feel comfortable when I'm purchasing an OTC speculative penny stock, okay? So I just want to bring that to you guys' attention, that if you're involved in this stock particularly, and you're swinging for the fences and you're holding it for the long run, to make sure that you're at a risk tolerance that you're comfortable with, because if you're not at a risk tolerance that you're comfortable with, it's going to cause you to start changing your perspective of the stock when you start seeing massive swings. So just like I talked about in one of my videos where, I have conviction. I come with a plan. TSNP, I have a plan for this, okay? And I'm holding it for the long runs, and I want to see if it could reach those $4 levels. And if it reaches those $4 levels, determining on what's going on, or depending on what's going on with the company, what's going on in the chart pattern, what's going on at that specific time frame, if it ever does reach that $4, is when I'm either going to exit or going to hold for potentially massive gains, more gains in the future, okay? That is my plan. Not only that, but once I reach that level, most likely I will sell half my position or more, because I would collect a great, huge exponential profit. Okay. And then I would leave maybe about 1,000 to 2,000 shares in there for the potential growth, because at this point I've already made a shitload of money, and it doesn't matter if I wind up losing those 2,000 shares. Period. Okay. That is the plan. That is my risk tolerance for this plan. I am very well aware that I could potentially lose it all. Again, all of us should be aware of that for any particular stock, period, but especially in the penny stock arena. So, I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention, because yes, you could be extremely bullish on here, but I just want to make sure that if you are bullish on here and you are watching my channel and you may potentially buy shares because of what you're viewing on my channel, that I want you guys to understand that from my perspective, I'm always going to minimize my risk as much as possible, and I am not all in on this particular company. Now, to be on the safe side, I do have companies that, I am more, that are more safe, because again, man, I like fundamentals, and I like, I like technicals and fundamentals mixed together. So again, if you guys are beginners and you guys want to just get your feet wet and you want to, get involved in trading or investing, something like NEO, for instance, would be a safe would be a safe investment, not only a safe investment, but also a safe trade, because everything about this company is amazing when it comes to the fundamentals of the company, when it comes to the chart pattern of the company, when it comes to the people involved in this company, when it comes to the technology of this company. Everything is going to say this stock will eventually reach sky's the limit. Me personally, I'm extremely bullish on here. I hold a position, and I'm going to hold this position for a long time because everything about this says buy me. Okay, so for something like this, if you're a beginner trader or a new trader, psychologically this would be a lot easier to be involved in because everything about this is great. So then you could just pick up on the chart pattern and learn how to read them, and buy the dips and watch them run, and you could do a swing trade, a day trade, whether you're regardless. It's more of a safer trade from my perspective and everything that I've been involved in over the years from trading, for you to capitalize on your money if you're in the beginning stages. But again, I would not go all in on any particular company. To be honest, Neo, I would actually go all in on Neo for me personally. I was actually all in the beginning, and I grew my account over 100%. And then I winded up selling, I want to say, yeah, I sold about half my position on it so I could relocate some capital into now TSNP and NNDM. So I just want to give a quick example, but really I just wanted to talk about TSNP because I do actually appreciate the perspective of everybody. I obviously I am enjoying the community that's coming involved in here because I do want to help educate and uplift anybody possible. And for those that are getting involved, leaving comments, I appreciate it so much, because you also bring educational value to me because I get to see your perspective as well. And you might have a different insight than I do, and so I could see your thought process and understand where that's coming from, and then I could try to analyze that myself and pick apart maybe information you're giving me, or or just the fact that that's just your opinion, and I appreciate that, and I can pick it apart. But I do know that we have a lot of bullish sentiment revolving around this company. But I just also wanted to get on here and do a quick video of just understanding risk management and be careful. If you have if you're really, like I said, if you're having emotional ties to this company, then you probably have too much money into it. For me personally, I'm super comfortable with just never even looking at the stock and opening my computer 2 years down the line to see where it's at because of the amount of capital I have in here. I'm extremely comfortable with the amount of money. So for me particularly, and it's just a suggestion, we're all different, but it's just a suggestion that if you do have a bunch of money tied up into this company and you're starting to have a lot of emotional attachments, and when you're seeing swings and shit like that, and you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling anxious, that could derail your entire plan. So if your plan was, hey, I bought this company, I bought X amount of shares, and my plan is to hold it until it's 5 years from now, and it should be in the $10 to $15 range or whatever numerical value that you put on this company in the future. And then you're seeing, say we finally have this break of this 35 and we run to $1, and then all the shorts come in, and you're still buying up shares because you're all in. And then now the shorts come in, and now boom, we're right back down to the 10 cents. And because your average dollar cost is in, and now you're averaging somewhere around 30 or 40 cents a share, and you're weighing over your head, and we had shorts come in, and now you're down to 10 cents, and you're down X amount of money, and now you're freaking yourself out, and you exit your position because you just decided to go all in and start buying. I just want to bring that to your guys' attention that make sure that you're at your risk tolerance, guys, and it's very important, especially with penny stocks. Again, it is very important to understand your risk management, understand your psychology, make sure you have a plan for this, and make sure you stick to that discipline of that plan and have your conviction of that plan, so that when we do have these swings in this company, that it's not freaking you out because you have too much money involved and now you just want to get out because you're watching your money fluctuate so much. You get what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention because I do have a lot of bullish sentiment on here. And again, I am bullish. I mean, if you look at me right now, I'm already up 40% profit on this particular position. 40% profit on a particular position is amazing, okay? You got to remember, most hedge funds and mutual funds in America, they'd be lucky to make, 20% profit annually. Okay, so I'm already up 40%. Now, if I was in big, if I was all in, I guarantee you my thought process on this particular position would have changed, because if I was all in, I would see thousands of dollars right here. And I would probably, again, psychologically and emotionally, we're all emotionally attached to money. That would entice me to want to cut my position and derail my plan because of the dollar amounts. And it's the exact opposite with the loss as well. If you start seeing your dollar amounts down, then you're going to start second guessing your original plan, and you're going to deviate from your conviction of that plan because you're having too much capital involved in this stock. So I just wanted to give a fair warning about that, guys. You know, we're all different. We all have a different risk tolerance. You know, some of you probably have $1 million accounts, hundreds of $1,000 accounts, and some of you probably have an account of just $1,000, $2,000. You know, so you know, regardless of how big your account size is, I think it's very important that we all make sure that we understand the risk here in TSNP. Even though, like I said, I still feel fully great about this company and where they're headed into 2021. But until I get more information to evaluate this company, I truly don't know. None of us do. But we can only speculate based off what we're seeing in the people, the product, you know, everything they're doing, you know, what they're trying to accomplish in this world, and where this world is at itself, you know, as a mass whole, you know, as an environment, and what we're trying to capitalize on. And technology stocks are hot right now. Digital currency is hot right now. The new innovative sectors are all hot right now. So, you know, it's a potential safe play if you bought the dip. Just like I had explained in previous videos, it is a safe play if you bought the dip because of the direction we're going right now. But I just don't want you guys to be too overwhelmed. And, you know, as someone who actually cares, and tries to bring value to others, because it's important for myself, man, and I appreciate the value others bring to me. But for someone who actually cares and wants to bring value, for those of you who just aren't as knowledgeable in the risk management area, you know, think about that, man. Like for me personally, 18% of my account, if I lose that right now, because I'm growing in my other two positions, that, you know, if I've already done the math, if I lose my position here, I'm not even back to break even. I'm still profitable as of right now. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still profitable regardless, because I always break down everything quarterly for me personally, because for me, I like to think of stock trading as running a business, which it is a business for me personally, because it's what I do every day, from trading, day trading, swing trading, and investing. It is a business for me. So in the beginning stages of my career, when I first started learning trading, I would always evaluate, you know, by day or by week. And, you know, that kind of used to throw me off mentally and psychologically. So I started just looking at it as a business and breaking it down in quarters. So every 3 months I evaluate, you know, because in stock trading, I could have a week, you know, sometimes I go a week of red, you know, and I can't let that, you know, derail my thought process and my planning of how I trade in the stock market, because in the long term, I'm profitable. So that's why I started going down, you know, quarterly at a time, 3-month periods. And so far, every quarter I have been profitable. And as long as you can maintain that, then in the long run, you could grow your account exponentially. So, you know, it's just very important to create the plan, have conviction of your plan, and make sure you're not risking more money where you don't feel comfortable. Because if you have too much capital tied into this, you're going to start changing your plan, because you're going to allow your emotions to get involved with your money. And then that's going to, that could potentially derail you. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands risk management. If you're watching my video and you made a decision to purchase this stock because you watched my video, you know, I just also want to give that fair warning that, you know, don't just go all in because you have this huge, massive potential that it could be huge, and you want to go all in now because you're calculating for the future. Like, hey, you know, I only have $5,000 now. If I have $5,000, I could buy 25,000 shares right now. And if this hits $10 next year, I got $250,000. You know, I used to catch myself in that mental trap a lot, you know, when I first started, you know, researching and analyzing and understanding the stock market in my beginning stages of learning this stuff. And that caused me to lose a lot of money in the beginning stages. So, just be aware of your risk, guys. Whatever you're comfortable with, if you're starting to have too many heightened emotions being involved in this, you might just have a little bit too much capital tied up into this. So, find a dollar amount that you're comfortable with, man, because again, my position for me is very small. I have a little over 7,000 shares. And, if it ever does reach, those, starts getting into the $4 in between the 4 and 10 range, I mean, that's a huge return, guys. You know what I mean? That's a huge return. And if you understand the game and you understand how to capitalize different movements, even small movements, it's all about exponential growth and compounding that growth. So even if you understand how to capture, so like let's say for me personally, my last quarter was 3 months. My last quarter ended November 12th. And for that quarter, on my net, I was up 8%. Okay. I've exponentially grown that in the past month. So far in this quarter, I'm up about 20% just in the first month of the quarter alone. But as long as you know how to capitalize and grow your account by any percentage consistently, then you can exponentially grow your account down the line and in the long term. So, just think about that because you just compound it. So whatever profit, just add that to the position and then continue to compound and grow. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And I see a lot of people falling into the trap of the same thing I did in the beginning stages is, hey, well, just let me put all my money in this cheap stock and hope and pray that it's going to skyrocket at some point. And then when it starts going against you, now you're getting nervous and you wind up just cutting your loss. And then, those things happen where you cut your loss and you're out and you're like, oh, well, fuck this stock. And then it winds up taking off later. And then now you're kicking yourself in the ass saying, fuck shit, I should have kept it. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're sticking to a dollar amount that you're comfortable with, a risk tolerance you're comfortable with. Because I do see this holding on to it for a while. And that's my plan, is to hold on to it for a while. But I'm not going to take the risk of going all in on this company when there is still so many unknown variables, because we don't have no revenue on this company yet. We haven't had any big major players, invest in this company yet. But again, like I said, once it's completely changed to Humbl and have that HMBL, I truly believe that's going to be a game changer to where we're going to start seeing exponential movement. And then, I believe in the people and the technology and the mission that they have. So for me personally, I'm still bullish on it. I just want to have you guys aware of the actual risk that's involved in these penny stocks and in this company. So that being said, man, leave a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think about that, because, I haven't really taken the time to break down and think, I always try to mention, risk management and psychology in my videos, but let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about my risk tolerance. Let me know what your guys' risk tolerance is. Let me know if you feel comfortable. Are you comfortable with your position right now? Or, because I notice a lot of people are, but some aren't. So let me know, man. Leave a comment. Let's start a conversation, man. Let's help educate and uplift each other, guys. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get involved. Let's talk. I love responding to all the comments. I love talking to every single one of you. So, that being said, man, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you could do that. So, guys, just a quick review on risk management and understanding your own tolerance as an individual. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to make sure I keep you guys updated as usual. But until then, I'm out. All right, guys? Peace.